بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف وجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره. اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم. اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Inshallah, we are going to reflect on Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq. As you know, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam has many du'as. Some 50 du'as are in Sahifa Sajjadiyah, but these are not the only du'as. We have actually now other collections of du'as of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. In some editions of Sahifa Sajjadiyah, they also include Munajat Khamsata Ashar, they include Dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq. But for sure, among all these du'as, Dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq is one of the most outstanding one. As Dua Abu Hamza of Imam Zain al-Abidin is also a very outstanding dua. So what I wanted to do today is not to review the whole Dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq, because we cannot do it. And if you are interested, I had a series of reflections on Dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq which are available online. I thought maybe what we can do as a kind of teamwork is we reflect in smaller groups on some parts of Dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq and see whether we can come to a kind of model for proper Islamic way of life, whether it be personal or social. We cannot do this with the whole dua because the time is very limited. We do it with part of it, but then you can inshallah expand it. So I would start with a section which is more related to our relation with other people, and then inshallah I will ask you to become smaller groups to discuss, and then we listen to the groups and we inshallah make conclusion. I don't know, have you got Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq? Or maybe we can put it. This is connected to internet? I think so. So if you maybe ask doctor. The section that I am trying to, can we have internet?
Yes.
So if we can have Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq on the screen. You know, all the passages of dua start with salawat. This Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq, because if a dua is preceded by salawat and is followed by salawat, inshallah Allah is going to accept what is in between, because salawat is a dua that is very much expected to be accepted. And if Allah accepts something at the beginning, at the end, then He would not refuse what is in the middle. So we say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa alih, wa la tarfa'ni fi an-nas darajatan illa hatattani 'inda nafsi mithlaha. O Allah, please do not raise me among people any rank unless you have lowered my position in my own view equally. Mithlaha. Yes. Here. What? Yes. Can you see? So, in many, unfortunately, societies, people only want to rise. They are only after being upgraded and promoted. Here what we say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually, we don't say raise us among people. There is no problem in asking that. You know, if you want to have a higher position in the society, to be more respected, that's not a problem. But we don't say that. We start with a correction. Say, please don't raise me among people any rank that would lead to my pride and arrogance. I lose my humility. If I go one step higher in myself, I should become one step more humble. So my position in my own eye should become less, not even to be equal. Because you may say, okay, even if you are given position, you should remain the same person. Yeah. For example, you are a small talaba, or you are a scholar, or you are ayatullah, you are marja, you have to remain the same person. We say no. When you grow, your humility must also grow. You cannot remain the same. So if you go one step higher, you should have one step more humility. Means you have to be more aware of your own weakness and your own problem. So the people who are in the highest position are the people who have the lowest opinion about themselves. Not in the sense of they become depressed and they become hopeless and they say, you know, I am a useless person. No, in the sense that they become more and more aware of their dependence on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They would be able to discover their shortcomings, their problems, their faults better. If other people scan their nafs and only find problems at the surface, these are the people who can scan their nafs in all different levels and find any problem there. So, your humility increases. وَلَا تُحْدِثْ لِي عِزًّا ظَاهِرًا إِلَّا أَحْدَثْتَ لِي ذِلَّةً بَاطِنَةً عِنْدَ نَفْسِي بِقَدَرًا. Please don't create for me any apparent, outward honor and dignity unless you have created inside me an internal humility equal to that. So, please make a note. about one important quality in society and social life, in addition to personal life, is this one. So we mentioned few, and then inshallah we come back. Any questions so far? It's clear? Okay. Then we move on. Allahumma la tada'. Because I am now focusing more on social issues. Allahumma la tada' khislatan or khaslatan. Allahumma la tada' khaslatan tu'abu minni illa aslahtaha. Oh Allah, please don't leave in me any quality, any trait of character for which I am blamed, unless you reform it, you correct it. Unfortunately, sometimes when we are criticized, we say, why people cannot see good things in me? Why they criticize me for my, good qualities? Yes, there are people who criticize you for good qualities, but sometimes maybe we have problems. In family life, social life, we should be able to receive criticism. Receiving criticism, I think, is an art. If you know how to receive criticism, your relations will improve and your personal also character will improve. But if you are not able to receive criticism properly, your relations will break down and also you will be internally very much broken. So we ask Allah not to leave any quality which is blamed in me. Blamed by whom doesn't say. By Allah, by people, by myself, by my brothers and sisters who want the best for me. Any quality which is blamed, illa aslahta, unless you fix it. Wala a'ibatin u'annabu biha illa hassantaha. The same thing. Any fault, anything that I am criticized, unless you have made it better or made it good. Or another thing, wala ukrumatan fiyya naqisatan illa atmamta. Sometimes we have problems because we have bad qualities. Sometimes we have problems because we don't have enough of good qualities. Do you understand the difference? So sometimes you have a bad quality which is blamed. Sometimes you have a good quality which is not blamed, but you are blamed because you didn't develop it enough. For example, you are not kind enough to be a good friend, to be a good brother, a good sister, whatever. Okay? So Imam Zainul Abidin is looking at both sides. The first was about problems that need to be fixed. The second is about ukrumatan fiyya naqisatan illa atmamta. Good qualities, honorable qualities which are incomplete. And please you complete them.
Can you tell me the meaning of tada, please?
Tada means, la tada means do not leave. So this is another thing that inshallah in your group discussion I want to focus on this. Then a very beautiful passage starts. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa abdilni min bighwati ahli shana'an al-mahabbah. Oh Allah, please replace me instead of enmity of people who are hostile towards me or hostility of enemies, replace it with mahabbah. So there are people who are hostile, they dislike you, they hate you. We ask Allah to turn this into mahabbah. Either your enemies become your friends, as the Quran says it's possible. The Quran says those people who are your enemies, if you do good to them instead of bad, maybe they become your very close friends. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن السيئة فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم. When some people do bad to you, not only don't do bad to them, do ahsan, do something better or the best to them, then the person who is enemy may become waliyun hamim, a very intimate friend. Okay, so we ask Allah to replace dislike and hatred of our enemies into love. Either enemies start loving us, or enemies are replaced by people who love us. At least one of the two. وَمِنْ حَسَدِ أَهْلِ الْبَغْيِ الْمَوَدَّةِ. And please replace the jealousy of people who are unjust to me with friendship. Mawadda. Mawadda means friendship. وَمِنْ ذِنَّةِ أَهْلِ الصَّلَاحِ الثِّقَةِ. There are people who are righteous people, but they may have bad opinion about me. You know, you cannot afford good people having bad opinion about you. If bad people have bad opinion about you, you can say, I don't bother. Of course, even sometimes you should take care of bad people having bad, because they can create problems. But at least internally, you say, these are bad people, they have no good opinion about me. But what about Ahlus Salah, those who are righteous people? If they have bad opinion about you, someone has unfortunately changed their view about you, someone has spread rumors about you, someone has tried to lower your position in their eyes. So we ask Allah, وَمِنْ ذِنَّةِ أَهْلِ الصَّلَاةِ الثِّقَةِ. Replace this suspicion of the righteous people about me into what? Replace it with what? Thiqah, trust. وَمِنْ عَدَاوَةِ الْأَدْنَيْنِ الْوَلَايَةِ. And change enmity of people who are close into friendship and love. I don't want people who are close to me in family, in community, in neighborhood, in the workplace to be my enemy. I want them to be my friends. وَمِنْ عُقُوقِ ذَوِي الْأَرْحَامِ الْمَبَرَّةِ. You know Aq walidain. Aq, it comes from uquq. The people who have kinship relation with you, they are your relatives. Zawil Arham. Okay? You have relation of blood with them. It's not only parents. Your uncles, your grandparents, your brothers, sisters, you should try to observe kinship. So if there is any bad relation, any uquq has happened, we want that to be replaced with mabarra, with kindness. وَمِنْ خِذْلَانِ الْأَقْرَبِينَ النُّصْرَةِ. And instead of people who are near to stop helping us and abandon assisting us, we want them to help us. And those people who are doing mudara with us. There are people who tolerate, maybe they are not our friends and they don't love us, but they tolerate us. We want to reach into a deeper level of relation, so that instead of them just tolerating us, we want to have a correct friendship. You know, sometimes people just, tolerate each other. They don't say bad things to each other, but there is no real love in their heart about each other. وَمِنْ رَدِّ الْمُلَابِسِينَ كَرَمَ الْعِشْرَةِ. And instead of rejection of the people who are near us, we want to have honorable relation. And also, instead of bitterness of the fear of zalimin, fear which is caused by the unjust people, we want to have sweetness of security. Then we move on to this part. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa saddidni. If you can go. Yes. Saddidni لأن أعارض من غشني بالنصح. You know why this dua is called Makarim al-Akhlaq? Pardon? Yeah. Makarim means this is the honorable traits of character. Because in Islamic tradition, Islamic culture, we have mahasinul akhlaq and we have makarimul akhlaq. Mahasinul akhlaq is the bottom line. Mahasinul akhlaq is the bottom line. You should do good to the people who have done good to you. Or not to do bad to the people who have not done anything bad to you. Do good to those who have done good to you, not to do bad to the people who have not done bad to you. This is the bottom line. But do good to the people who have done bad to you. This is a higher level. أعطي من حرمك. Give to the people who denied to give you, deprived you. Sil man qata'ak. You have a cousin, a brother, a sister who has never visited you, who has never contacted you. When you were ill, he didn't come to visit you or she didn't come. But now, you go and visit. أعطي من حرمك سل من قطعك. So this is Makarim al-Akhlaq. Now, you see part of that here. سددني لأن أعارض من غشني بالنصح. Nush is the root for nasihah. What is nasihah? Nasihah, we use it as advice, but originally, nasihah is not just advice. Nasihah means to wish good for someone, to want good for someone. Nasihah means you want something good for that person. It's not just necessarily a matter of giving advice. Maybe you don't give advice, but you want good. A mu'min should wish good for other people. Nush is the root. In Farsi we say khair khahi. In English you can say benevolence. You wish good for people. Okay? Now, if someone comes to me and he needs my advice, Nasihah requires to give him good advice. So this is why then it is used in the sense of advice. So we say, please help me to face the people who have done ghash with me. Ghash, ghasha, yaghshu, ghashan means not to wish good for people, not to do good to people, not to be honest with people. Al-ghashu fil mu'amala. For example, you want to buy a house and you come to me and my house has some problems. I don't say those problems to you. I sell it to you by hiding problems or even by saying things that are not there. This is called ghash, means being dishonest, not being open and transparent, to hide problems, to deceive someone, to take advantage of someone's ignorance. This is ghash. Okay? ليس منا من غش في مشورة. If someone asks you for advice, you have to be very honest. You cannot hide certain things from someone who asks you for advice. Of course, issue of ghaiba and other things are to be handled properly. So, someone who has done ghash means he has tried to deceive me. What should I do? I should do nasihah. I should do nasihah, means I wish them the best. I don't want to be a person that, this is very important. You know, one of the things that happen in social life is this. Because people have not been honest with me, then I try to be dishonest. This is a big loss. You lose twice. First, because they were not honest with you, you were deceived, so you lost. Second, you copy their dishonesty and you become dishonest. This is a second loss. Actually, this loss is more than the first loss. Because in the first place, you lost something inwardly. In the second, you lost something spiritually. Okay? So, if people have not been honest with me, let me be honest with them and wish the best for them. This is the best reaction. Assalamu alaikum. وَأَجْزِيَ مَنْ حَجَرَنِي بِالْبِرِّ. Someone who has abandoned me, hajarani. Mahjur means someone who is abandoned. رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمَ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَحْجُورًا is the complaint of the Prophet. Mahjur means abandoned. Someone who has abandoned me, I want to be recompensating, to reward them with kindness. وَأُثِيبَ مَنْ حَرَمَنِي بِالْبَذْلِ, and reward those who have deprived me by giving them. And those who have disconnected, مَنْ قَطَعَنِي بِالصِّلَةِ, with connecting. وَأُخَالِفَ مَنْ اغْضَابَنِي إِلَى حُسْنِ ذِكْرِ. Someone has backbited me. What do I want to do? I want to backbite? No. I want to keep silent? No. I want to mention good things about them. You see the level that Imam Sajjad is thinking and offering. وَأَنْ أَشْكُرَ الْحَسَنَةِ. If something good is done to me, I should be grateful. One of the things that we need to invest on is shukr. Shukr to Allah, shukr to people. Any person who has done something good, we should encourage them, we should thank them. If someone has done little good for us or for anyone, we should thank them. But if someone has done bad, وَأُغْضِيَ عَنِ السَّيِّئَةِ, to close my eyes if someone has done bad to me. Of course, sometimes it becomes systematic, sometimes even it is going to harm this person. who has done bad to me, if I keep silent, that's another issue. But many times people, brothers, sisters, husband, wife, parents, children, friends, many times they really are not vicious people. It goes out of their hand and control, and they do something bad, we should forget it. Not only forgive it, forget it. But if someone does something good for you, never forget it and always thank them. Even if you see them after 10 years, still I remember that you did this for me. Thank you very much. If you do this, Allah would love you, but also this spreads good things in the society. Then وَحَلَّنِي بِحِلْيَةِ الصَّالِحِينَ. I only go one more paragraph because the time is short, and then we would inshallah. حَلَّنِي بِحِلْيَةِ الصَّالِحِينَ. At the same time that we are reflecting, we should also ask these things from Allah. So it should be reading and also praying, especially now that the rain is coming. It's good to pray. So we ask Allah also to give us this as a prayer. حَلَّنِي بِحِلْيَةِ الصَّالِحِينَ. Oh Allah, please decorate me, adorn me, dress me with the dress, adornment of righteous people. Hilya is like dress, beautiful dress, or dress of, official dress, that you have something beautiful that covers you. لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ حِلْيَةٍ, adornment. For us, dress is part of our zina, but for an object, something else can be zina. Anything that makes you more presentable, more beautiful, or any object. It's hilya. لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ حِلْيَةٍ وَحِلْيَةُ الْقُرْآنَ الصَّوْتُ الْحَسَنِ. Zina for Quran is not dress. Zina for Quran is to recite it beautifully, and of course to act upon it. So we ask Allah to have hilyatus salihin, the beauty, the adornment of righteous people. What does it mean? I think it means, first of all, your appearance should be like appearance of mu'minin. When people look at you, see in you face of a mu'min or mu'minah. This has lots of advantages. When your face, your appearance is the appearance of righteous people, it attracts good people towards you and keeps away bad people from you. When the Quran talks about hijab, Quran says ذَلِكَ أَدْنَى أَنْ يُعْرَفْنَ فَلَا يُؤْذَيْنَ. If you have hijab, you will be known, then you will not be harassed or abused. People know that this lady has hijab, means this lady is a person who has principles. They keep away. If they have bad intention, they don't go to this lady, because she has declared that I am special. Okay? So if I have, for example, my imama, no one comes and offers me, obvious haram. Or someone who has appearance of a mu'min. Yeah? So, but it's not only physical appearance. It can be also other things. So it starts with outward feet and appearance, but also akhlaq, behavior, relation, contacts, all should be something that gives you the appearance of a righteous person. وَأَلْبِسْنِي زِينَةَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Give me the adornment of the pious. فِي بَسْطِ الْعَادْلِ, spreading justice. كَظْمِ الْغَيْظِ, suppressing anger. إِطْفَاءِ النَّائِرَةِ, extinguishing the fire of fitna, the fire of enmity and war and separation. وَذَمِّ أَهْلِ الْفُرْقَةِ, bringing together the people who are divided. وإصلاح ذات البين, bring reconciliation. وإفشاء العارفة, to disclose and spread good things. وستر العائبة, to hide bad things. ولين العريكة, to be soft and humble.
What is arika?
Arika means your like side or wing. Lin al-arika wa khafs al-janah are very much related to each other. Means to be lenient and humble, very good tempered. Husn al-sirah, good behavior. Sukun al-rih, to be a person of dignity and honor. Good treatment of other people, proceeding towards merits. To prefer giving and generosity to being miserly. Not to blame people. Give to the people who may not deserve. Say the truth even if it is difficult. To count little my good. If I have done something good to people, I should think it is little. Even if it was a lot. I shouldn't say I have done too much good. But if I have done little bad, I should think it's too much. Okay. I think I stop here. Alhamdulillah, already we have mentioned maybe about 20 different qualities. So, if we can have, I think brothers can be 2 groups and sisters 3 groups. For maybe 20 minutes. If you can discuss among yourself how to come up with a model of lifestyle with respect to these qualities that we said. And in your experience and your understanding, what are the most important things that we mentioned? Where we should invest more? Can we use also other rooms if there are other rooms also? Yeah. So maybe 2 groups can be here, 2-3 groups use other rooms. So if we can be here 8:15 is okay. 25 minutes, inshallah. Every group also should have someone to represent them and explain what they have come up with the idea.